Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Shade Zen and a brand new video today. Yes, it's Ole versus Frank. It's legend versus legend, and it's Manchester United versus Chelsea. We're going to talk all about it, so watch till the end. Here we go. So yes, guys, this is a match too soon for me. This Saturday we're going to have a big match at Old Trafford, Manchester United and Chelsea. There used to be a time when this used to be cup decider. Obviously, it's early days. Both the managers, Gunnar Solskjaer and Frankie Lampard, are trying to find the best team, and it's going to be still a gigantic match. It's a huge match because both will not like to lose to each other. Will Frank get this one right? That is, will Frank win his first match against Ole in the Premier League? It'll be interesting. We'll talk all about that. Now, to tell you the truth, this is a big match for two very unsettled managers. When you talk about Ole for the first time, Ole has had a couple of good matches, against Newcastle over the last weekend. They were able to beat them, though it looked like they will draw that. And at the end, for the last 10 minutes, they scored 3 goals. Against PSG over the midweek, they were able to beat PSG at Paris. That is amazing result. No matter how it happened, they won. But overall, Manchester United has also bought some good players, but still, they also look a little ragged. They also looked unsettled. Ole also doesn't know what his best team is. When we move to us, Chelsea, Frank Lampard has a similar situation. He doesn't know his best team. He has players playing out of position. He doesn't have all his players fit. When all these things coming in, Chelsea has not got the best of results. We got a draw against Southampton last weekend, 3-3, and then at midweek against Sevilla. It was a very good Sevilla side. We got a draw of 0-0. We couldn't score a goal with that 200 million worth of attacking display that we had. Havertz, Pulisic, Werner, and then when Ziyech came in. So two very unsettled managers, two managers who have a lot of questions that they need to answer. So both of them have a lot to prove. Both are very young managers. They're just about a few years into their managerial careers. Now both of them are a club legend. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we know him as an ultimate club legend, a super sub, as he was always known at Old Trafford. And if you look at Frankie Lampard, he's the super Frank. The super sub versus the super Frank. It's going to be crazy. We don't need to give any introduction for Super Frankie Lampard as a legendary footballer. But when it comes to managers, and both of them are now managers, not footballers, there's still a lot they have to answer. And it all depends on this match, especially for Frank, because he has not have a run of good wins. It's just the start of the season, many matches to go, but yet it's still looking a little worrisome for him, at least from my point of view, because some of the results we should have wrapped up, especially against Southampton, especially against Sevilla at home. You're expecting something out of that amazing attack. But as I said, we have a bunch of new players who have come in. They look unsettled. Some of them are injured. So Frank doesn't have the right players. And, he needs 2-3 months at least with these players, and then only he will get the best out of them. And that is more logical. So, I understand so many people are talking about Mason Mount playing in the wings. And I myself am surprised to hear that and see that. We have never seen Frankie Lampard playing in the wings. Had Jose Mourinho played him in the wings, would it been the Frankie Lampard that we know? Quite logical. But I'm pretty sure when Ziyech is going to be fully fit, he's going to play. So we're going to dive into the Chelsea possible lineup. That could it be? We will start with the goalkeeper, and I love Mendy. I mean, he's a breath of fresh air for Chelsea at this moment. We love to see Mendy at goal. No more those silly mistakes. I hope there are no more silly mistakes from a goalkeeper. I love Kepa, and I hope Kepa turns a corner in the coming days, in the coming future. He's still a very young man, and I hope he has a great career in front of him. But at this moment, Mendy is number 1 for Chelsea. He's the goalkeeper number 1. I mean, in the defense, it's Thiago Silva along with Zuma, and you got Azpilicueta and Chilibi. Now, Azpilicueta, as I have seen from last season, Frank really likes him when he plays in the Premier League. Well, he uses Reece James when he's playing Europe. And last season also we saw that when Reece James was coming in for the European matches. But when it comes to the Premier League, we see Aspilicueta playing. It all gets very interesting when we talk about the midfield. And midfield in the strike is where it gets very interesting. It's getting very windy here. It might rain anytime. So we're going to wrap it up as quick as possible. But midfield, yes. Now, Kante is the main man in midfield. I, for one, would like to see Jorginho and Kovacic play. But I think they're just too slow, or there's not something Frank really likes. So you'll see Kante playing either with Jorginho or Kovacic. Jorginho was it is almost getting a red card against Sevilla. So I, for one, would not mind him to be on the subs bench in this match and bring Kovacic in. But Jorginho's performance has been good, and you might see Jorginho starting with Kante this match. But I would like to see a Kante and Kovacic as well. Kovacic is a brilliant player, by the way. Now, obviously, Havertz just in front of them. And then in the wings, it should ideally be Pulisic in the left. No right wing for Pulisic, please, Frank. Pulisic in the left, and Ziyech should play at least 60-70 minutes. You should start the match on the right wing. Werner coming in as the lone striker. Now, where does that leave Mount? Because I, for one, for sure believe that Frank is going to play Mount somewhere. Now, for me, I think Mount is a midfielder. As a number 8, he should play at that position. If, in case you are playing Mount, play in place of Havertz. I know it's too revolutionary, and I don't think Frank will take that step. But then Havertz had a couple of games where he has not played that well. Against Southampton it was okay. Against Sevilla it was not that good. If you really have to play Mount, why don't you take the chance and sit Havertz out? I know this is too big a match to sit Havertz out. So it's, again, you might see Mount playing in as a left wing and Pulisic in the right wing, which is a complete no-no. I don't know why will Frank come up with this idea in the first place. But if you really have to play Mount, sit Havertz out for some time and give Mount a chance. Otherwise, Mount comes from the bench. As simple as that. It should not be any changes to that. Giroud has been scoring so many goals, but he is still the third choice, right? There's no reason why he shouldn't be playing. At the same time, he's scoring so goals for France. He has scored so many goals for Chelsea in the last season. But there has to be some reason. I understand Mount is very fit and is very hardworking, and I understand that Ziyech might not be fully fit. I understand that Hudson-Odoi might be not that hardworking. Still, when you have natural players, it makes more sense to play them. They will make much more difference. So Pulisic on the left and Ziyech on the right. You understand this Manchester United is a very good team. They have good players like Van de Beek and Paul Pogba. You never know, he might turn up if he plays, that is. So some really good players come in. Alex Telles has come into that team. So we cannot take chances. It's legend versus legend. We shouldn't take chances. Frank needs to get points out here. Premier League, if you've seen this season, there hardly been any draws. So I'm expecting a 3-point finish on this one. So somebody is going to win this. And I, from our end, from Frank's sake as well, from Frank's sake as well, will want Frank to win this match. We don't want this match to be where Chelsea loses to Manchester United. We have already lost 3 times last season. I would like to see Frank getting the better out of Ole this time. This will be his first win against Ole in the Premier League. Also, the last time when these two teams met in the FA Cup, we were able to beat them. So we will love to beat them. Frank has this knack, and I've seen that last season, that maybe at times we don't play so well against some of the teams, but against the top teams, we do go and beat them. We beat Man City in the Premier League last season. We beat Manchester United in the FA Cup. So we like to see something like that. Frank, come on, go out there. Put your best players in. Put Pulisic in the left. Put Ziyech in the right. And I'm pretty sure we can get those 3 points. 3 points are really, really required at this moment for Chelsea Football Club, for Frank, because, we have already not won 2 matches. If we lose this match or even draw this match, we have Krasnodar, Burnley, Rennes, and Sheffield United in the next 4 matches. So in the next 2 weeks, these are the 4 matches after the Man United match, one after the other. We need those points coming in. Otherwise, going to the international break 2 weeks from now, things could look very different. Frank knows that very well, more than any one of us. So we are expecting those 3 points at least. We cannot let this go. So I hope, Frank, for all our sakes, for all our Chelsea fans, we get those 3 points. It started drizzling here. I'll leave it at that. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys think, how Chelsea should have the formation, who should play, should Havertz start or should Mount start in his place, should Mount start in the wings, which is a complete no-no from my end. You guys let me know in the comment section. As always, I love to hear from you guys. So until next time, I see you guys, hoping for Chelsea win. I sign off. See you guys. Bye-bye.